but
endless party.
Yeah, no, but there was a lot of things going on. I had a dreadful marriage, so that affected me in a bad way. But you just got on with it, you know. When the party's going,
Yeah,
keep partying.
yeah.
And
But it's got to be exciting that the music endears, because there's a lot of music, or a lot of bands from, you know, just before or just after that haven't held up as well.
I guess so, yeah.
You know, it's like I say, of course, the passing of David Bowie, you know, recently was a big loss. You know,
Yes.
You know, several members, I guess, have passed now from MOTT THE HOOPLE, but Ian Hunter's still around, and you know, of course, Marc Bolan passed very early. What were your thoughts when you heard that Marc had passed?
I was shocked. I mean, I'd done some TV shows with him. We hadn't actually played live or anything, but I'd met him, and you know, that just went, wow.
Yeah, one slip of the wheel and a tree, boom. And it's over.
Yeah, it was a tree.
Yeah, they hit a tree.
She hit a tree.
Yeah,
it was his missus,
yeah, he's in the left side, which is the other side from us here in America.
Seat, yes.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know in America how big Marc Bolan was.
Oh, he was
in the
huge.
UK.
Yeah, he started Fan Mania in England.
T-Rextasy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we followed on with the same sort of fan following.
Sure.
But he was a little fella.
Yeah.
He's only
small but mighty.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, quite influential.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've got a kick-ass band now, and of course Richie and the boys, you know.
Oh, yes, I agree.
How does it feel to still be able to deliver, you know, the sweet experience here, 2019 and 2020 coming up?
No, it's brilliant. Yeah, I've got a great band. I've got a great band. The band is great.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I don't like doing things half-assed. And we definitely don't.
You don't want to let the fans down. They love this music.
It's got to be as good as it was, as close as we could to the original.
Yeah.
Is what I want it. And I've got a lot of good players around me, and I'm very proud of them, and they seem to be very happy.
Yeah.
To be doing it, you know.
Well, it's an exciting time, like I say, to see a lot of these bands from the 80s, you know, that were so influenced by you guys now influencing other bands. So it, you know, the torch continues to be passed.
Yeah, but it was always, when we came out with songs, or when we played them, when we recorded them, they always seemed to stand up to the test of time. They never sound old. I mean, Ballroom Blitz, God, it's, you know, it's as new now as it was then, and that's quite a few years ago.
Yeah, the music is timeless, you know, and obviously Queen and Bowie, there's certain artists from that era that you really can't tell. Zeppelin, you can't tell when that music was made.
No.
When you hear it.
No. Yeah, Zeppelin was a big influence on us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him in a bar just outside Birmingham in 1970.
Who, Jimmy or Robert?
Robert, in 67. That was when we first started, and he was sitting there rolling his own cigarettes, and I do mean cigarettes, not joints. They were roll your own.
Tobacco.
Yes. And he said, "Oh, I'm going down to the Smoke, which is London."
Okay.
And because I've met somebody down there and I might get a band together. You did?
Yeah, it turned out pretty well.
It didn't do too bad, did it?
That's for sure. Yeah, amazing stuff. It's got to feel good that these young movie makers are looking to sweet songs and songs from that era to light up these soundtracks and movies.
I don't mind. It's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm glad they do.
Now, obviously, we've lost Mick and Brian. What's the greatest things you remember about Mick?
He was a funny lad.
Had a sense of humor?
No, it was just funny. He was fine until he drank too much, like the rest of us, I suppose. But then he'd get into a very argumentative, like everything was my way, not yours. And I'd go,
Combative.
Yeah, incredibly so.
Wow.
But he was a drummer, so that's what they do.
Yeah, they hit things for a living.
Yes, exactly, and that's what it is in German.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Schlagzeuger.
And obviously, you guys have lived on, since Brian. But what do you hope the legacy of Brian Connolly is?
His voice. His voice is endless. It's incredible. It still is. You can hear him a mile away and go, "That's Brian."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not somebody screaming; it's somebody singing.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. He did have a voice on him.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah, I was just with Gilby Clarke, guitarist from Guns N' Roses recently, and he had a pickup band where they play this music for fun, and of course they're playing Fox on the Run and Ballroom Blitz and all that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's amazing to hear, Sweet FA. I mean, they go deep, So it's
Well, that's quite.
yeah, great to hear that.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. Well, obviously you've seen a lot, been through a lot. What advice do you give to young creative people? I know the business has radically changed, but as far as the kind of perseverance or the dedication it takes to ever have a chance at really making a mark in this industry.
You got to keep at it. You got to don't give up. It might look like it's all falling apart and going downhill, and don't give up. The longer you try, the better it'll be.
So if you're doing it for the right reasons, do it for the love of it. Don't do it because
absolutely.
you think it's going to pay off real fast. Or
well, obviously you got to pay the rent, but
yeah, maybe keep your day job, but do it for the right reasons, and it might happen.
Don't give up your day job.
Have a backup, because obviously it's never been easier to make music with the digital recording and thing,
Yeah,
but harder than ever to stand out of the crowd. Part of our issue is we lose the Bowies and the Tom Pettys and the greats. Who's going to be there in the future years? What bands today have a shot, because there is no radio or the weekly papers and magazines. We don't have the MTVs anymore. It's going to be more challenging for anyone to ever have a run like a.
It's always
Bowie or
a challenge. It was a challenge. I mean, when I started, we didn't have Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
The radio was in its infancy at the time, especially Radio 1 or whatever it was, BBC. You had to get on the radio to do anything, and you had to do Top of the Pops to get on the radio. So it was a.
So without those, the bookers, the talent bookers, are not gonna put you on the big shows.
Well, you're not going to get played.
Yeah.
There was no independent radio at the time.
Pirate radio hadn't come around.
Well, it was, but not. It had already
Wasn't
been
a force.
Closed down by the government. The government
It
wants
wouldn't
to
last
close
too
them
long.
down. Yeah.
Floating on a barge out in the channel.
Yeah, right, exactly. Radio Caroline.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I was.
Well, Steve, it's been a real pleasure. Can't wait to get out to these sweet shows. Let everybody know about the shows coming up and keep the band alive. We really appreciate all that you've done, all that you've given us, and can't wait to be at the next sweet show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for interviewing me.